Yeah, obviously it's a great achievement to play 50 test matches for your country. It's unbelievable and a great honour for the player. And Beast has played a lot of rugby and he's really done well. The great thing about this team, we play for each other, and I had a discussion with Beast, and there's not a lot to choose between the two players, and they've been mates for quite some time, and I just decided it's the 50th test. It's a big thing for Gurthro, and we want to honour him by putting him in the side, and he would have got a chance anyway going forward because Beast has really played a lot of rugby. And the great thing about Beast, he's a true team man. He also said, listen, I appreciate your decision. I back Gurthro, and I'll bring my best from the bench. So to make it clear is they're both good enough to start, and it's a rotation policy, and Beast will definitely be back the next game as well. Well, to be honest, I wanted to see what he can do there. I still believe he can be a great centre, but we've lost 5 world-class centres. Most of those guys have played test match rugby. The only guy that hasn't played is Damien. So it's world-class players, and suddenly we're thin on outside centre, and I thought he'd done well. But I'm very, very happy for Jan on the inside. Jan has played 9 games from the bench against New Zealand as well. He's always a guy that I'd groomed and want to give a chance. Only 21 years old. So it's a great opportunity for him. I think it's going to be a hell of a test because I really rate Jamie Roberts as one of the best centres in the world, and they attack the 10-12 channel vigorously. So they'll definitely attack that channel. And it's going to be a great test for Jan, and I truly respect him, and I think he's a great player, and it's just a matter of time when he would get a start anyway. I don't want to take anything away from France. Like I said, he's a great player, but this is the world before the year before the World Cup, and you want to give guys, you want to get to your best 30, which probably close to, but he came 8-9 games from the bench. He's done well, scored great tries from the bench, and I would have given him 1 or 2 chances anyway in this series. Probably came a little bit quicker because I wanted to go for. I really respect Wales in their quality side and wanted to go for settled side, but in that regard, Jan has been with us for a year. He's been groomed, although he's a youngster, he's very experienced. I believe he's played against the best All Blacks and Australians in the Super Rugby, and he's hit form lately as well. He was man of the match with Damien the last game, so great to have him involved, and it's a big step up for him, but he's a guy with a lot of character, and I know he will come through flying colours. Yeah, obviously it's a great achievement to play 50 test matches for your country. It's unbelievable and a great honour for the player. And Beast has played a lot of rugby, and he's really done well. The great thing about this team, we play for each other, and I had a discussion with Beast, and there's not a lot to choose between the two players, and they've been mates for quite some time, and I just decided it's the 50th test. It's a big thing for Gurthro, and we want to honour him by putting him in the side, and he would have got a chance anyway going forward because Beast has really played a lot of rugby. And the great thing about Beast, he's a true team man. He also said, listen, I appreciate your decision. I back Gurthro, and I'll bring my best from the bench. So to make it clear is they're both good enough to start, and it's a rotation policy, and Beast will definitely be back the next game as well. Yeah, I was quite surprised last week, or when Lood came into the team. There was a lot of speculation about that, and bringing him into the squad last 2 weeks. Again, I'm at one stage I thought he had a chance of playing for the Boks, but I wasn't sure. And then SA Rugby gave me a chance to invite him to the camp, and I was very surprised. I've also known him for quite some time as a youngster, but he's really grown, and the Cheetahs must get a lot of credit for that. He's a typical South African lock. He's tough as nails. He's a great ball carrier. He's lost a lot of kgs. Work hard on his conditioning, and he's very good in the lineouts. He can play 4 and 5, which make him an unbelievable impact player. And believe it or not, I had 3 distinctions in matric. So he's an intelligent lock as well. So he's a total package. But the one thing I like about him, he's willing to learn. I think you don't get better guys than Bakkies and Victor to learn from. So this is a huge opportunity for him. Flip wasn't available for this game, but even before this game, I've said to him, he's going to come from the bench in this game, and you want to introduce those players. And I truly believe, I'm not just saying this, I truly believe with Eben and Peter Steff and the likes of Lood, the future of South African locks is very bright. And I think he's going to be an awesome lock, and he can play 50 test matches for South Africa, no question in my mind. He's been brilliant in training, and unbelievable defender. So it's a big step up for him, but I know he's ready and he can't wait to go. It's just, I think that's a nice thing about being the coach. You only realize what it means for players once you tell them they're going to be in the team, and it was just great to see his face, the excitement, and he can't wait to go. Listen, Wales, I know there's been talk in South Africa, it's second string team and there's injuries. We've probably got a whole team out and a new captain as well, but I always respected Wales. They've won the Six Nations twice. I know this year they didn't, but they could have easily. They've got unbelievable backs, big strong ball carriers. If you look at their backs, they all 190 something and all 100 kgs plus. So and what they do is they like I said, they get go forward with their backs in the 10-12 channels. So we know we have to defend well there, and they're a team that can keep the ball for a lot of phases, like they showed last night as well. Very, very quality back, good in the set phases, and obviously they're very motivated coming to South Africa and play against the Boks. So they're a really quality side. I've always respected their coaching staff as well. And if you look at the previous games, it was very, very close. Every single game was close, even before my time. So we know it's going to be a tough, tough battle. They come from the Six Nations. They're well prepared. They had trials. They had a week off to prepare. But we want to use this week to focus on our play. I was happy with the starts, but we need to improve going forward. And we know it will be a much tougher battle than the previous Saturday. Definitely. Every day is tough, but it's a huge honour as well. But it's been tough with the captain and a lot of changes, and you don't just lose 5 quality centres within the space of a week and a half. But people always say the third year is difficult, so you always think that it's going to be smooth sailing, but that's the challenge of the job and the challenge of the team. But I truly believe that we've got experienced players. They really want to play for their country, and I'm very, very happy the way we've trained. Training this week was awesome. And we just need to take that into the field now. But I'll be honest with saying this was probably the toughest few weeks for me, since you plan for 5 months, you can't wait to get going, and then suddenly you get curveballs from wherever. But luckily, I've got an experienced side. I'm probably a little bit more experienced than I used to be, and just to get on with it. And I still believe in the players we've got. I think we've got great players, and it's also nice to see some youngsters coming into the team again. I think the future looks bright for South African rugby.